anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not hesitate.
I actually said it right, but I doubted myself. I had self-doubt, you guys. All right, let's run around the campus, talk to everybody. I know Petra's down here. We saw her last time. Hey, Petra.
I am owing big debts to Duke Garrett of the Empire. He is the Minister of Affairs that are foreign. He is a friend of Edelgard. He is to her side. What should I be doing?
Well, don't join her side or I'll have to, like, mess you up.
Training has given me great, but you have given...
Ah. You suck. Because I did not put any emphasis into writing, she is going to be killed. What do you mean, what the? Oh, people are still reacting to my hair. Come on, man, it's been a month. You gotta get over my hair if it's the last thing you ever do.
To think that the Flame Emperor was Edelgard all along. Flame's abduction? Geralt's murder? The turmoil in Remire Village? Whether or not she was the mastermind behind what happened, it at least seems like she was involved. And yet she was able to remain so composed while she was enrolled at the Officers' Academy.
Well, yeah, she's definitely a very duplicitous individual.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want
So yeah, are the black lions still around? I'm not actually sure who's in which house.
I wonder why she'd think that. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
Oh yeah, I probably should do this. I got some weeds. Okay, I want to make sure I was only able to do that. I'm like, at this point, I've got more money than I know what to do with. Go ahead and use some of it. Yeah, I'll talk to you. Like, there's a person I just passed. Hello there, item. Not yet. Eat the pond snail. I think some of the black lions may be gone already, because I'm definitely seeing a lot less people around than I'm used to.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it? Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history.
I don't know if that's a report.
It's my job to protect this gate, so even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through. I hope we both survive. Let's battle with all our might and pray we win this thing.
Oh, just put me out in front. I'll dodge everything. That's not entirely true, but it's mostly true.
Well, I'll be.
Well, I'll be.
Hello there. This one, yes? This one, yes? I thank you.
Okay.
This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
I need to be putting more money into that so I can get my bonds up with these people, because I am noticing that I am not as far along as I would like to be.
Hey, welcome.
Okay.
You have a good eye. A pleasure doing business. You have a good eye. A pleasure doing business with you. Come again.
Because that's stuff for Marianne, Leonie, and
Hi there.
what's his name? Raphael. I am so terrible with names, you guys. I think I've told you this story before, but if not, I'll go ahead and recount it now while I'm running around looking for people. Yeah, the black lions must be gone. Because I'm definitely not running into hardly any of them. But before I get into this, the person that I did the Silent Hill 3 playthrough with, also she was in Talos Principle and Heavy Rain. Her name's Ivy. When I first met her, I could not remember her name. I'm not going to say her real name because I don't know if she wants it said. But let's just assume for a second that it was Bethany, and it would be like every time I want to say her name, I'd be like, Becky. No, that's not it. And I can't think of other, Beth, no. Brittany, no. Bethany, there we go. It would be like, I'd have to sit there and actively think about it. And this went on for like a week. And I'd see her every day. And finally, I got Bethany down.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily.
I do want to know what she did in order to get her dad to step down.
However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing. Huh? However, I still...
I thought it'd be interesting if I could steal him away, because it sounds like almost certainly he's going to end up joining Edelgard.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm going to allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show.
Darn right they're not.
I gotta get some food.
So I did just buy something for you, actually.
Is this for me? It's so nice!
Well, I've got a lot of things for people that like flowers. I'm trying to remember who that is, because it's not anyone in my own house. So I am changing. For a long time, I was trying to work on being able to recruit others. Now I think I'm switching over to getting my own rep up with my own house. So Leonie, definitely. Shamir does not look like she's in today's special, so we won't include her. Hilda, you could use some... Actually, that's a good point. You're maxed out. You too, so I can train you better.
Nothing like a tasty meal after some grueling work. Lawrence, you've hardly eaten anything.
There is no need to rush. I prefer to take my time.
Excellent. And we'll also do this with Mercedes. Why doesn't anyone in my house like to cook? This sucks. We'll come back to this. I mean, like, again, I realize this is a very, like, heel-face turn from the way I've been playing the game up till now, but I do feel like we're getting close to... I don't know this for a fact, because obviously it's a blind run, but I'm not sure that this whole, like, monthly thing is going to continue once the war breaks out and the time skip happens. And if it doesn't, then we're going to find ourselves in a situation where I will have more limited abilities to get my S rank up with my students, and I feel like I want to do that. Like, while I have the opportunity to. I think I've been overindulging in attempting to, you know, pull people in from other houses, which realistically, I don't really need to do as long as I'm playing really well. And I've got some extra people just in case. Lance tournament.
That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way. People say you're quite... Perhaps if I joined your class, I could watch your sword technique. Indeed. I think that's best.
Awesome.
I'll transfer to your class then. Don't make me regret it.
And speaking of which, there's some extra other people.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster.
I mean, we can arrange
I
that.
hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach. Yeah. Hey, Professor. No?
That definitely felt like, you know, the way it was set up, like, oh, my father, it feels like you'll get extra lines if he's in your group.
I thought we'd all be really busy with assignments and getting ready for graduation. But now that things have turned out like this, I guess there's nothing to do but fight.
Well, you guys know.
I'll celebrate later.
Alright. Definitely don't need to heal from that. Wow, the round 2 is even weaker. Looks like it'll take me 3 hits to take him down, but still. Wait, how come he gets to use a real lance? Like, I'm stuck with a training lance, he gets to use an iron lance. Garreg Mach is cheating, you guys. Alright, might 5. It'll again take me... I'll take 5 damage doing this. Don't need to heal yet. You know, for having slightly more than a half chance to hit, they're hitting every time. Which sucks.
I call that a win.
Okay, 5... Wow, she'll actually kill him in what? Go ahead. Like, on the one hand, I should be healing because this is semifinals. I'm not going to get to use both. On the other hand, why?
I'll celebrate later.
Alright. Ooh, this guy does 6, and I only get 12, and it's actually, I don't get a ×2. But still, I have more hit points, I do more damage, and I have a higher chance to hit, so... Oh, you're a birdie.
That takes care of that.
Silver lance, 1,000 gold, and I got experience. Screw you, Leone.
Okay.
A little bit sad that wasn't a house tournament, but I guess, well, I guess, oh, okay, that actually answers that question because the black, the lions aren't gone because we've had people in the house being like, I don't want to fight against my dad.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
We have protagonist powers.
But would it really be okay for Edelgard to win?
Professor, what actually happened last month? I can't keep up at all.
It is pretty confusing, I admit.
Edelgard is the emperor, and she's declared war against the church? So now we're at war? What is going on?
I mean, that's the gist of it, yeah.
I really don't understand any of this. What should I do?
Don't die.
Maybe. Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles? I ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them? Those must be some lofty ideals.
That is the big question. I wish I had it from her why she considers the church evil. It's probably a decent reason. He is not going to, like... Felix I at least had some S-Link time with.
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us? I believe you. With the Knights on our side, and especially with you, Professor, I know we can do this!
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success.
I mean, until I see the battlefield, I can't assess our chances of
It
success.
goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution.
Oh, hey, there's going to be one for...
How kind of you.
Wait, that's it? I thought that would be a thing specifically for him.
How kind of you.
Nope. Oh, smoked meat is definitely for... Oh, wow, I'm surprised you're still here.
His Highness calls for the head of
Oh,
Edelgard.
derp, derp, derp. Yeah, that
For me,
is.
That is cause enough to fight. Perhaps. But it is too late to stop him now.
Yeah, that's basically an admission that he doesn't care about what the, like, right thing to do is. He's loyal, not... I don't want to say not intelligent, because that sounds really mean.
A moment, please.
There are always small power struggles, still. It has been hundreds of years since all of Fodland was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I
Yeah, that must
should.
be really rough for him.
Professor, if I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, the land of my king.
I don't think you can... Yeah, nothing I really need.
We're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses.
Well, we can't complain about it. We have to move forward.
However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
I completely agree. Come to tea with me. Because you are still, like, a lot of the people that I'm around, a lot of them at B rank, you're still at C rank.
You called, so I came. Thank you. Very good. Yes. Very good.
Yeah, I figured that would be something she'd care about.
Oh? Very good.
And...
Yes. I'm not much for conversation. I'll gladly leave if you're bored. No.
Nope, damn.
That was delicious. Thank you. I'll visit again when I'm free.
Okay. Because, yeah, I specifically want to try and get Shamir, Leone, really everyone up, but Leone is largely becoming one of my front point people and fights next to Veroth quite a bit. Hilda is also, but I need to get Hilda to move more. Like, she always ends up falling behind because she's so slow.
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea.
And maybe I may need to put her on horseback.
I've got to do it, and I got to do it as best I can. If that means I gotta die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody. I just don't get it at all.
Well, I mean, whenever there's a power struggle, one of the first things you do is demonize your opponent. I should probably... Aha, I did make it through there. I was not sure I would.
Those who serve the church must cast aside all selfish desires and devote themselves fully to their beliefs. But is it right to wield piety as a weapon? I have never considered such things before. The church,
I'm actually glad the monk is kind of
done what I thought best to save
stating my own concerns. With the way Rhea handled that.
Hey.
Okay. And almost the last part of the monastery. I mean, we have to go upstairs as well. Open the door.
Really?
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
Wow. Well, I literally just bonded with these guys. Sorry. But I could go with some other people. Yeah, Leone and Shamir have no interest in singing. Like, it's more how I guess these guys actually also gain from the experience.
Everyone should sing louder. It feels so good just to let it out.
Music speaks to the heart. It's more powerful than any weapon.
Yep, bonds grew significantly stronger.
I still have much to learn.
Hello there. How dare they threaten the goddess? Such a vile act cannot be forgiven. There is no need to worry, I promise you that. Divine punishment will surely fall upon them.
Oh yeah, surely.
In the days of yore, the goddess would grow angry with such insolent fools and roast them in ALL.
Okay. Wow, why is Rhea asking advice from just a general... I guess, but... Ah. For some reason, I thought that was Bernadette.
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this? I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. The goddess will keep us
The real
safe.
question is, if Edelgard does win, will she actually put the rest of the Black Lions to the sword? I can't imagine they would, because even if we ignore the fact that she should have a relationship with them, they're like the sons and daughters of people from her homeland.
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? An honorable notion.
Do you think there is something to be done? Whatever shall we do?
Win.
I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world just to uphold their own beliefs? I've spent my whole life running in fear, and now Surely we can win if we rely on each other.
Absolutely. Take faith in those around you. You should be very good at that, actually. Okay, I'm like, let me look around for anyone I haven't found yet.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard.
Only half, okay.
Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him.
Oh, well that's...
Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power.
Wow.
All of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do? Oh, Professor, well.
It is an interesting and somewhat bad system, because it's like, the people you can recruit are mostly people that are just like you. It makes sense, but why would you need more people like you?
The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator.
Absolutely.
Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, and everything else. I refuse to go down like this, though. So let's do something about it. What do you say? It's you and me, Teach. We've got this.
We absolutely do.
Hey, this is great.
Oh, there you are.
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve?
World domination. Actually, I doubt it. It's got to be something deeper than that.
She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it. I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way. Could Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan?
I mean, yeah, very obviously. She was working with Monica.
Don't you go and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
So I did get you a hunting dagger, because you're a hunter.
Wow, this is great.
And also riding boots, because you're a rider.
Oh, thanks.
No, that's not what you want. Okay. Ignatz is somewhere down the market and I missed him. Oh, wow.
You know, Professor, I've learned so much. So, I will not let the Academy be
I don't know why I'm
destroyed.
skipping his dialogue. Probably because I'm
It's
rude.
important to me, and I will protect it. I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor. We're gonna win this, Professor.
All right.
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings.
Absolutely.
The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
I can reverse time. It's fine. There's one thing. I wonder. I doubt Edelgard's aware of that. Because that makes a head-on attack really foolhardy when you're dealing with an opponent that can reverse time and redo strategies. But granted, how would anyone outside of me know that I'm doing that? The answer is they wouldn't. Okay, there is someone down here.
Really?
Truly. Thought I saw someone over here. Or something over here.
The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow. Doesn't make much sense though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of
Well, we know that
mess.
Solon wasn't really allied with her, and that she took a lot of issue with the way Solon was.
I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political stuff. Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
Where is Catherine? Okay, she's back at the training grounds. I missed her somehow, because I'm like, I need to train the sword with somebody. And Catherine's really the only one I know I can do that with.
Hey, you.
Hey, me.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones?
Yeah, can you tell me more about crest stones?
There is power there.
I know
yes.
those are the things that let...
And yet,
Are those... Will a crest stone actually allow someone without the bloodline use an artifact?
I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well. And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
I wonder if that means that this will be harder on my other playthrough, because they actually got away with, I think, 2. Does it keep track of that? Like, will there be 2 more demonic beasts in one of the battles? Or, like, an extra demonic beast in 2 different battles?
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the Holy Tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again. The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor. I have something to ask of you.
Okay. More training on the sword. Because it's odd, but I think it's because they get weekly training and I don't. So they're getting better with their weapons than I am.
Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
You got it.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garreg Mach.
Okay, I've got 2 left, I think. 2 things I can do. One of them will be to train with Rhea.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report?
Yeah, I'm pissed.
With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did.
We actually never did.
Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice. Please do not say such sad things. I am certain you will hear her.
I mean, she outright said she wouldn't be able to talk to me anymore.
May the goddess's voice reach you.
Well, interesting that she knows Brawl stuff. Oh, got to someone. Alright, so where's Catherine hiding? Okay, she's in that corner.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial Army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game. For our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
Oh my gosh. I can't get a good, Really should have done this before now, because I think if I could upgrade swords, I don't know if I can or not. I also need to finish that quest before I move on. So yeah, I know for future playthroughs, don't focus so much on getting the other houses, focus on your own.
Need something?
Oh, I've only got 800, so I can't do anything here.
See you again soon.
I'm curious who this Link is. It might be with Shamir. Oh, no, it's with Claude. Spiffy.
Maybe.
Spiffy. Yeah, we'll go take care of it.
I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Okay. That explains that. Let's go ahead and come and get Claude's. It's interesting as Claude. Because I didn't really do that. I gave him like one thing and it tipped the scales, but okay. We'll still do it.
Teach. Hey, Teach. Do you believe in gods? I don't necessarily mean the goddess of the
Oh, I actually heard this already.
Yeah, I still only, of course, things like.
That's always the issue of having two playthroughs.
Before and yet, in fact, because of that, maybe it was. Again, people all, they have, who don't, and maybe. Careful, if a person, anyway. I knew you'd. In any case.
Alright, and lastly, turn this back in and we will be ready to push on the Iron Man playthrough next episode. I do think this is working out pretty well to have the two playthroughs. It's a bit time intensive on my side.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Alright, see you next time, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in.